Okay. Good morning to everyone. See, I
Good
think it's
day.
recording. Good morning to everyone. This is Passion of Poetry's open mic on February 20th, 2022. And we are welcome to you all. Good to see you all. And from all over the world we are. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to start with the order in which people signed in. I'll go ahead and call your name, then you'll recite. So what we'll do is we'll make rounds. So when I call on you, initially I want you to introduce yourself, say where you're from, give us a little background about you, and recite a poem. And then we'll make rounds the first time, and we'll come around, and then you'll do your second poem, the second round. We have time for a third one, then we can do that as well. So welcome to everyone. Dennis, you got your ball cap on, I see this morning. And all right, I should call you Mr. Dennis, actually. Oh, and everyone, please stay on mute. It's really important to stay on mute unless you're talking, because what happens, I've done these events before. If you don't put yourself on mute, then the other person's talking, and then they'll show somebody else that it'll pick up on their sound. So make sure that you mute yourselves unless you're ready to talk. All right, everyone's muted? And everyone nods yes, because they can't talk. So, all right, very good. So Stephen, Lucky Stephen, you are up first as our first poet. If you would like to introduce yourself to us all and tell us about you and recite your poem. Thank you.
Okay, it's afternoon here, so good afternoon, everyone. I am Lucky Stephen Onyah, and I'm a poet from Nigeria. I happen to be the founder of School of Art and Poetry, and I love the art of poetic expression. So I have a poem that I would like to recite, and I hope you enjoy it. The title is Promise of Love. I took a bow and vowed to our last breath. We stand or fall together. To all we will go through, love is our safe haven. Though tears may wax, then stitch battle scars. We remain unbroken from all fallout if we always have a comeback. We may be derailed but not betrayed. What would sever others would only make us bonded. For our frozen hearts did melt. This promise is forever, all yours till life eternal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's beautiful. And you all, we're gonna do that. We won't comment. You can comment in the comment section, and we'll do this or our jazz hands when everybody's done reciting. So Ekta will be joining us. She said in about 10 minutes. So next we can have Waheeda. If you would like to tell about yourself and recite your beautiful poetry, that would be wonderful.
Thank you, Annette. Thank you so much. I'm Waheeda Hussain from India, Jabalpur, MP. It's a small place, it's a town, and we have a beautiful fall here. Its name is Beda Ghat. It's famous for the fall, waterfall. And I'm a teacher by profession and poet by heart. So here's my poem, Search. This poem is about the homemaker. Women, we all we have so many duties to perform that we're all lost. We don't have our own identity and we need to search our identity sometimes. So this is what my poem is all about. Search. Where do I belong? She asked, searching for her identity. which was lost somewhere and could not be found. She stared at the vast vistas. She walked through the unceasing deserts, her feet tired and swollen, seeking an oasis. But alas, it was her illusion. She was nowhere. She tried to scream, but her voice choked. Darkness engulfed her, and she was lost in oblivion. As she opened her eyes, she saw a flame far beyond the horizon. A hope flickered. She gathered her bits and raised herself, her head held high. She marched afresh on the deserted path, searching for her identity, which was lost somewhere and could not be found. Thank you. So this is
Very nice. I like that. I'm always in for the strong feminine type poetry. So that was wonderful.
thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
it's very beautiful. Thank you so much. So next we have Rika. And if I mispronounce any of your names, please feel free to correct me. So Rika Sharma, good morning or good evening to you. Please tell us about you and recite your beautiful poetry. Thank you.
Yeah. So my name is Richa, Richa. Sounds quite like Richard in the West. So I am a new quadragenarian. I just touched the 40s, and I've been writing ever since I learned how to write poems, especially, but never really had an inkling towards public sharing or connecting with other poets. I think Madam Tarpley has been instrumental in connecting poets the world over, and she was the first to give me a sneak peek into the world of global poetry, and I'm very grateful for that. That is one thing. Other than that, I have read some marvelous works. Some of the wonderful writers that I really admire are right here today. I'm reciting with them. That's a thing of honor. Um, Today, I'm going to recite a slightly hard hitting poem that recently got published, as Ma'am Tapre probably knows, in this A Safe and Brave Space. It's an anthology. And I felt very strongly about this issue, so I had to write about it. It's about the power of women and the power of Mother Earth. So, how these two kind of energies or these two kind of divinities, entities are so similar, and what we can actually understand from Mother Earth that is similar to the feminine spirit. The poem is titled Birthing Grounds. The earth is still in its labor to birth. No moans, no cries, no pleas to hold hands. It pleads in its streams and rivers and springs, no shame in its obvious femininity. Brazen sight, its many tall high breasts, proud of their nursing watery veins, meadows and dunes, forests wild, dress it, ensemble in its many forms, worshipped by some pagans they are called. No man could be, but woman it bred, right in its image, spitting for all to see, like its unstoppable, unabashed fertility. Where is that pride buried in civilizational quicksand? For culture scripture and honor of man, birthing ground for rape and violation. In her dying dignity, she manages to yell. The volcanoes of her voice vibrate, erupting forth the magma of molten angst, to bury the filthy animosity, to burn the prickly foliage of inflicted pain, to renew your bosom with blades of sprouting will, to carve out the rocky roads, to walk without shame with her ownership of self. Thank you.
Wow. Love it. Powerful
Thank
messages
you.
from women.
Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
That was amazing. So next we have dear Williamsji, the Honorable Williamsji. If you would introduce yourself and recite your wonderful poetry as well. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Williamsji from India, a state of Kerala. We normally call God's own country because it's a small state along the shores of India. And I'm a boy just wondering what is happening in poetry, looking at the blue sky. I have written few books, maybe around 30 to 31 books. Almost all are poetry and poetic analysis, because personally I feel that writing poetic analysis is more easier than writing a poetry, because I love to do poetic analysis of anyone's poetry. Now, that is enough about me. I'm a simple, humble person, just from India, Kerala state, and I'm reading my poem from this book. This is titled as Angelic. It's all romantic poems. Festival Bliss. Many people throng the temples to offer. Many people throng the temples to offer prayers, rituals to inhale for better power. Today is the day to begin with love and light. Today is the day to begin with love and light. A festival ray of peace in the heaven in bright. A festival ray of peace in the hearts in bright. A joyful day and night with all novel delight. A joyful day and night with all novel delight. All eyes and hands holding white candle lights. All eyes and hands holding white candle light. And most of them are richly dressed and keen. And most of them are richly dressed and keen, and eat such a graceful food and sweets clean, and eat such graceful food and sweets clean, whilst noisy crackers burst, their lights are seen. It seems to be a happy day on earth ever been. It seems to be a happy day on earth ever been. But are there any hearts woe-filled? Are there not hearts woe-filled? Very sad. Today is the triumph of good over the bad. Today is the triumph of good over the bad. True joy is always when you see smiling glad. True joy is always when you see smile in glad. Love and prosperity in the minds enthralled. Love and prosperity in the minds enthralled. Many people throng the temples to offer. Many people throng the temples to offer prayers, rituals, to inhale for better power. That's the end of the poem. Festival Bliss, the joy of festival. Thank you.
Beautiful, Williamsji. Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome, dear Ashraf. Good to see you here.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what we're doing here, I'll just explain briefly to you, is that we're going around, everybody's reading in the order that they signed in. I call on you, and the first time I call on you, if you could just introduce yourself, say where you're from, and then you will recite your poem after you give some information maybe about yourself. And so we're doing the introductions. We're going through the loop right now. Next up on the list is dear, beautiful Helen from the Philippines. If you want to take it over, dear Helen.
Thank you, dear Annette. Um, I'm Helen from the Philippines. Hello, everyone. Greetings from the
Hello.
Philippines, and it's 10 p.m. here. Very pleasant good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever part of the world you are. I am a proud administrators, one of the administrators in the passion of poetry, and I am also a proud founder of the Filipino Poets and Blossoms, and the CEO and president of the ME Publications. Now I'm going to share and read my poem entitled Scratch. Okay. I started from scratch. One would mind me not. Yes, I was just a nobody. I had proven nothing in me. Yet I found ways to denote better. I opened myself to learn and share. Untruthful thoughts I deviated myself. It wouldn't help in my call for progress. I kept writing from my simplistic heart. I struggled, but never I halted because of love. Selfishness was never a piece I loved to pick. I waltzed with a vision of my ink's magic. I learned from friends with minds so broad. Never I skipped my duty behind my heavy load. I wanted to taste the pinnacle of my being. No negativity burdens me to flap my wings. Pains entwined me, yet with all my might I soar. They embedded to strengthen my sensuous core. When I thought of quitting, those hardships abound. I diverted my thoughts for my eventuality to sprout. I delve into finding way to heal where I bruised. I told myself I could make it by my road. Never I mind my dreams far from truth latitude. Every time I fell, I rose, I learned in plenitude. Oh, please stop these tears raining on my face. Was it because of blues or triumphs I cherish? Have you forgotten my profound and intense strength? Exceptional it was, to my confidence it blends. Only my faith was my powerful armament and tool to execute all those arduous steps to be possible. I have thrown those pains to the verdant bushes. I don't want any more to hold those and reminisce. I give worth and value the crown unseen on my head. I am a gleaming existence in flamboyant being guided. I am now trying to hush and calm my dexterous pen, as at this moment my paper is starting to dampen. My plight look like trading my steps into a thin stream. Paper can't even handle the catastrophes I am scratching. Thank you.
Beautiful, Helen. Your poetry always just comes from the depths of your art. So I don't think I've ever read a poem or heard you recite a poem of yours. It just doesn't come from the very depths. So thank you very much. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And next we have the beautiful Zan from Colorado. If you would like to do your thing, Zan.
Oh my. I'm honored to follow all these beautiful expressions, beautiful poets. Thank you, Annette, for hosting this open mic. I'm happy to be here bright and early. I'm from Westminster, Colorado in the USA. I've been writing poetry since I was 17. I am a moderator for the Passion of Poetry, honored to serve with many here today. I have written 2 books of poems. The second one will be published on Tuesday. I'm so excited. Today, I'm going to share the first poem it's kind of heavy. I want to get this one out first in honor of Black History Month here in the United States. It is called Imagine America. Imagine our world if Eve never bit the apple. Then imagine America if we could unsail Columbus's ship, unsteal native land, unmassacre Native Americans. Reality check, Columbus arrived. Now imagine America if we could uncapture future slaves, untie hanging nooses, unignite flaming crosses, unwhip bended backs, unsever fugitives' limbs. Imagine the America as written by our founders. If only we could undiminish women, unignore the poor, undrop the atomic bomb, unintern Japanese Americans, undeport Mexican Americans, unharass Asian Americans. Imagine America's safety if we could unpunch the abused, unrape the unguarded, unmedicate the vulnerable, unpull too many triggers, uninvent the gun, unkneel that policeman's knee. Imagine America if we could simply not discriminate, if we could unwrong the wrongs and make everything right. Imagine. Thank you.
Wow, that is amazing, Zan, and how true. And you touched on just about everything. So that was an amazing piece. Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo. Next, we have Bernadith. If you would like to unmute yourself and introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself and recite your beautiful poetry.
A pleasant day to everyone. I'm originally from Philippines, but now I'm here working as a domestic helper in Hong Kong. And as a domestic helper, it didn't hinder my passion in writing and especially in poetry. And yeah, because I have also a very supportive employers. They are from Switzerland, so Swiss people, and because of them, I published my book. It is entitled "The Call to Remember." They supported me with this, a journey with the Swiss. So it is a collection of poems, and I will read This is all my observation, and during this pandemic, that I wrote all the poems, and in behalf of all migrant workers in the whole world, I'm standing and speaking on behalf of them. So my poem, one of my poem here in my book is entitled "Why." Why? Why instead of doing good, people choose evil? Why instead of generosity, majority chooses corruption? Why? Why are we fond of destruction? Destroy our Mother Earth, destroy love, peace, and humanity, destroy ourselves? Why? Why we are so heartless? So heartless to kill the lives is striking to survive. Why? Why instead of honesty we lie? People choose to contradict the good, living in a way that the evil told. We forgot God. Why? Why the balance of the world gone? Negative won the place. Evil deeds occupied our system. Positive rested behind. Why? Why are we always happening when we are going to act? When are we going to lead and voice out? When we are going to preserve the world with love, peace, and humanity? The answer lies on you, my friend. Yes, within you. Yes, within us. Thank you.
That was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Wow, we have some powerful, powerful poetry today. It's amazing. And next, we have the lovely and newly discovered again, Zita. She lives indeed. She's alive and well. We missed her from Facebook, but she shall return. It's your turn, Zita. Thank you. Or Gita, thank you. I was looking at Zan's name. I put Zan and Gita together. And I came up with Zita. So it sounds like some kind of Italian pasta.
Thank you so much, my dear Annette, for letting me know about this, because I was disconnected from the Facebook. There are some technical issues, but I'm still always there. I am missing you all. That's what I would like to let my readers and listeners to know about this. I'm so blessed and privileged to be here with all of you, with all the amazing poets across the world. And thank you so much, Annette, for making this happen and encouraging so many poets across the world. A big hand for you. Myself, Gita, from South Carolina. I'm an adjunct biology professor here. I do write poems, sometimes painting, and also I love to serve the unprivileged. That's one of the thing which I'm mostly into that right now. So today probably I won't talk much about that. Let's go to poetry. Because so many days I'm not in Facebook, so this composition is for my loving readers. I miss them a lot. So the title of my composition is An Inertia of Lingering Nostalgia. Where I left, there itself I am, still now. My existential redolence is existing there, persistently, persisting with all its perceived perseverance. My nostalgic fragrance of my poetry is lingering as an inertia of lingering nostalgia. On the same page is the same line, making you read and reread my invisible existence, overwhelmed with plethora of my thoughts and emotions in many verses as if I am talking, sitting beside, sometimes below the mountain range gazing the blue, sometimes at the sea beach collecting the seashells, at times lost on the other side of the horizon, or maybe sitting in the swing backyard gazebo, or while picking the mesmerizing colors from the maple leaves. Everywhere the nostalgic fragrance of my poetry is lingering, is an inertia of lingering nostalgia. Thank you so much, dear all. I know it's all heavy compositions, and that's why it is a bit lighter. I thought of going about it.
That was beautiful, dear Gita. Thank you so much.
You
As
are
all
welcome.
your writings.
Thank you.
Next from the UK, we have the lovely Jill, who has joined us despite her being a little under the weather. And we would love to hear your voice. I know that you need to unmute yourself. And last time at our last event, open mic event, dear Jill sang us a song. She writes many songs, but I don't think she's up to that today. Can you unmute yourself?
Annette, your mic is mute.
I'm sorry, can you unmute Jill?
Right, can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. We
Oh.
can hear you.
Ah, right.
We can hear that
hello,
beautiful.
Annette, and
We can hear that beautiful
Thank you,
accent.
my
of yours.
lovely, beautiful lady, Annette, as always. And yes, I am Jill Tait from the UK, about 8 to 10 miles from Scotland, but I am English. And I'm going to sing you a song, That's If I Can. Bear with me. And it is called Healing Hearts. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Can everybody hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Healing Hearts. Do you wonder where I am as you are lying in your bed? Does my face that is familiar dance around inside your head? 'Cause we parted with a kiss underneath that pale moonlight. Oh, but all those memories will last forever from that night. Ah, if only we could stop that test of time, where a moment spent together will leave us in a stillness of sublime. And oh, we have both changed the way we feel from when our hearts were badly broken, and only time can make them heal. So think of me when you are lonely, when your thoughts are feeling blue, 'cause I will creep inside your inner soul and take good care of you. I can see you smiling at me, even though we're miles apart. You are telling me all those little things that have been hidden inside your heart. Ah, if only we could stop this test of time, when our moments spent together will leave us in a stillness of sublime. And oh, we have both changed the way we feel when our hearts were badly broken, and only love can make them heal. And I know there will come a day when the two of us will share each and every precious memory from those traverse places there. But until that happy moment when the two of us will sing, after standing at the altar wearing each other's wedding ring. Ah, if only we could stop that test of time, when our moments spent together will leave us in a stillness of sublime. And oh, we have both changed the way we feel from when our hearts were badly broken, and only love can make them heal. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I did
Thank
not
you.
know you were going to bless us with a lovely
Wow.
song today. So that's very
Brilliant.
exciting.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
if
much.
everybody wants to mute and give the songstress her well due, go ahead. So very good, Jill. Thank you very
Good
much.
job,
Thank you very
Jill.
much.
That was amazing. Thank you.
No,
That was superb.
Amazing,
just a
Jill.
joke. Just a
It is
joke.
always so sweet.
Thank
I was
you.
feeling
You
like
rock.
dancing.
Thank you very
You
much. I'm
rock.
going to mute myself. How do I mute
Um,
myself?
no,
A minute.
it was beautiful. Williamsji, would you please introduce the lovely lady you have sitting on your lap?
Ah,
No, she's one of the twins. You know, I am having
Yeah.
two girls, twin. You know, her name is. Tell the name. Tell the name. Joanne.
How old is she?
She's
How old?
painting.
Hello.
She's painting.
old?
Come. The
How
next
old
one.
is she?
Next
Oh,
one. Next one.
twins.
Oh,
How old are you, twins? How old are you?
They are
How
7
old?
years. 7 years.
7 years. I have
7 years.
I have twin grandsons. They're 6 years old. Maybe we can make an arranged marriage later or something.
Yes, yes.
Between the twins. Yeah. It could happen.
not a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So very good. Nice to see you, lovely ladies. So everybody
Thank
mute
you.
again, and we are on to Sir Dennis, aka Gunnar Rose. I don't know if you all are aware of his alter ego. Occasionally he shows himself a little bit. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thanks a lot, Annette. Yeah, thanks a lot for having me follow Jill. Come on, that's not fair. But anyway, wonderful, Jill. That was beautiful. So as you know, a lot of you may know, I'm an administrator of the Passion of Poetry, one of them, along with a lot of the beautiful people on here. My name's Dennis Brown. I live in the U.S., in Michigan. And, I've been writing poetry most of my life, but I really got into it big time during the pandemic, just a way to escape. And I kind of ran into Miss Annette Tarpley, and we started talking, and the rest is kind of history. Just less than 3 years later, I've, written many poems and, been out there and met a lot of wonderful people from all over the world like you guys. And just recently, back in January, put out my debut poetry book, so Reflections of Light. So it was a dream come true, and it's just wonderful. Things have just been, poetry is such an escape, and there's so much that can be said in each and every line, and it's been a healing process for me. I'm sure for a lot of you guys as well, during these times, where we've experienced, the hardship of the pandemic. So, but anyways, that's enough about me. I am going to actually, like Zan, it is Black History Month, of course, and I would like to share a poem called Love Has No Color. Whenever it comes to one another, love should never have a color. We must see in darkness, but be blind in light, with full acceptance and unaltered sight. We are judge and jury of our thoughts and must live with the consequence of what is sought. But these senseless acts have no place in a world that needs a full embrace. We were always told to love thy neighbor, but minds get formed from learned behavior, creating bias in a judgment unfurled, spreading hate amongst an unjust world. We must still continue to find a way to protect each other from the grip of hate, to search for equality and away from harm, with a blinding love and open arms. It's up to us to do what we can to end this hate within our land, to search for peace with one another, and find a love that has no color. Thank you.
Beautiful. Wow.
That's superb. Yeah.
Empowering poems today, poetry.
Thank you.
Wonderful messages. So thank you, Dennis. Marvelous as always. And I heard you had a great forward to your book. I'm not sure if I heard that right. I think
Yeah,
it's like
I think somebody named Annette wrote it for me. I believe. I could be. So yes, it was. Yes, it was. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
You know, like I said, you guys. No, but Annette, I owe a lot to you. You know, you've been by my side the whole time. So love you.
Love you too. Love y'all. So we have next the lovely Amrita. If you would like to unmute yourself and introduce you. And
hi, Annette. Well, hi. I'm Amrita Valan from India. I'm from Kolkata, but I'm living in Bangalore for the last 8 years. And I stopped writing poetry after college and restarted 8 years ago when I came to Bangalore. I don't know why. I just Facebook, joining poetry groups, all those things happened. So I don't have anything more to say about myself. So I'll just recite the first poem. It's about, in India, we use the term gay very innocently. We don't talk about homosexuality. It is like, there is it's a society where, there is no dating culture as such. So men tend to be friends with men. And it can be mistaken as something else. But, in our country, there's a lot of hardship. So it is important, to have strong bonding. And in a society where, it's not men and women, the bonding can be like, anyway, I'll just recite the poem. I cannot explain it. It's called I, Gay We Are. This is a gay nation, floating helplessly heavy boats, loaded with dreams, laden with too many passengers. Ferry boats on rivers turgid, slick with disappointment, disillusion, disaster. The man who got spiked, staff reduction, the multinational way to square up losses, the makeovers, the golden bonuses. For CEOs must live while widows and housewives weep. La Dolce Vita, showering fake confetti, pink slips of rejection that festoon park benches, unemployed visions of sudden riches gaily trampled by the defecating dog. Today, both are strays. One sleeps on the bench, the other below. The canine bears teeth in subconscious hunger. The canine bears teeth in subconscious hunger games, kicked and downtrodden. The human cries out in gay dreams of becoming a slumdog millionaire, partaking too at the feast with no reckoning. Yes, he is gay as the Mad Hatter in me, recalling honeymoon days on the self-same park bench, regaling his bride with starry visions, starry icicle chisel sharp points of pain down the valley of dreams. Here in India, men hold hands. They walk down crazy paths paved with dreams, caring, sharing, till gravel swallows confidences, and the gaping graves unman them. Soul brothers, friends, gay, not as a community, but in a communion, knowing the path is rough, gaping graves, manholes and potholes, life's lottery littered with ifs and buts. And so, moments comfort gained before the unendurable end. Thank you.
Wow, such important messages today. And I think at the core of it all is that we just need to accept each other for who we are, regardless of preference, color, and whatever it may be. So we just need to embrace each other. So I'm embracing y'all today. So we have next Vaishali, and please say your name properly for me. And so good to see you. Thank you, Amrita. I think I said your name wrong. Is Amrita?
No, it's okay, ma'am. Actually, it's Vaishali, but it's fine. Yeah.
Very good.
Vaishali,
Thank you.
yes. I'm basically from Pune, India, and right now it's here actually around 8 o'clock. I guess it's 8:18, and I am a teacher. I teach mathematics to high school students. But I have been inclined towards poetry since high school, when I was in high school. And actually, in between, I stopped writing. But now I get this, since lockdown, in the lockdown, I could write a few verses here and there. And I joined this group, which is Passion of Poetry. And I could read of some beautiful poems on this Facebook page, and I got inspired and I have started writing again. And yes, some of the poems and today's poems, actually, I guess they were really amazing, so powerful and profound poems I have heard today. My poems are basically about positivity and looking on the brighter side of life. I believe in writing because already there is a lot of negativity around. Still, the situation is not very, we can say, conducive to start maybe social distancing and all in India. Right now in Pune, we are still observing, we are wearing masks and all. And in this, I just want to convey a message of, looking at the good side of life. So basically, my poems are about sunshine and rainbows. This is my upcoming book on poetry, because now that I have a good collection of poems, I'm going to publish it. One of the poems from the book, which will be published maybe in a month or two, I'll be reading today. The name of the poem is, I hope you are able to hear me clearly, all of you. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're audible.
Yes. The name of the poem is The Brighter Side. Blank eyes, bland expressions, says it all. The sheer indifference that people garner close to heart. One can feel, one can see the piercing apathy, the difference in words and action that exist in ubiquity. Integrity and justice all seem to be mere fairy tales. Discrimination and prejudice are the ones which generally prevails. But remember, humans are a mix of colors and hues. If there are dark ones that disturb, you'll find bright ones too. Just carry on along the path of truth, completely focused. Uplift others who feel undervalued and do not let them get deterred. Look at the brighter side and have faith in the power divine. With your sincerity and determination, you shall rise and shine. Thank you.
Thank you. And I love that concept. Your whole book will be positivity. So
Yeah, it's about
that
that.
is
Thank you
wonderful.
so much. Thank you so much.
Peace, love, and joy. Always good to spread. That's beautiful. Next, we have Ashraf. You are up, dear sir. And so happy to see you live and in action. He is also an admin for the Passion of Poetry and a scholar gentleman. So if you want to introduce yourself and take the lead, dear sir.
Thank you so much. You hearing me, please? Hi, good morning. My heartiest gratitude and thanks to especially Pop's founder, administrator, dear poetess Annette, Tarpley, and all our administrators, moderators, members, and viewers. I'm extremely happy for joining you in this wonderful event and poetic session. I am actually Bangladesh, but I'm living in United States and New York City. I'm writing poem like 20 years since 20 years. Actually, I'm writing in Bengali, English, and Arabic. I have also five published books right now, and our book fair is going on in capital city of Bangladesh, Dhaka, in Dhaka, and my new one poem collection, like named Selected Poems, is now available in this book fair. Thank you so much for joining me in this wonderful session. All of our thank you so much to all of our participants. I want to recite my poem. Title of my poem: Bridge of Smiling. I can't see your heart crushed beautifulness, even your so softened voice, as I ever imagine. I'm still traveling to the universal feelings through the street of flower shops, somewhere lying down sweet smell in the all night long, lonely and thirsty, as someone's deep, peaceful eyes, where brows movement shaking the time. I can't swim in the river of diamond, as moon over stars, shining sky. I'm still looking at the architecture of beauty, as belonging the beggar of lover, beggars of lover, at every pain flashing platform. I can't feel your heavenly lightened company, but I'm still going through someone's slow, silent breeze of joyous smiling. Thank you so much. Can I recite one more poem? Thank you so much.
Will you be able to stay on? We're going to make another round with everyone. So we're going to make another round and everybody will recite another poem.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. That was lovely. It was very nice.
Thank you so much.
Very nice. Now we have the beautiful, talented Ekta. If you would like to unmute yourself and tell us about you and recite your beautiful poetry.
Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, you all times, you encourage me. Yeah.
Oh, I encourage you, or Ekta does?
Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. We encourage each other. This is supposed to be an encouraging environment. So,
right.
Ekta, I would love to hear from you, dear.
Thank you so much, Annette. First of all, the basic question: am I audible to everyone?
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Williamsji sir. And hello, everyone. Thank you, Annette. It's always, it's wonderful to be here, and it is our second open mic, if I'm right, and we in third. So, in pop, we are just like a family. So it is, and in pop, you all members are a very important part of our family. So it is always, wonderful to recite poems or share verses with you and listen to your beautiful poems. So I'll give a short introduction, not a big one. My name is Ekta Ahuja, and I have written two books. It's You and Cardinal Emotions. Uh, and I have been writing poems while I was in school, but during that time I did not realize that it will become such an important part of my life, and it will be a passion which I'll be pursuing. So now I will start. the recitation of my poem. Uh, After listening to all your wonderful poems, most of them, were very powerful, and they were with a message. My poem is about wholeness. When I wrote this poem, the basic emotion which was in mind is that everything on earth, tends to become whole. Means, I wrote this poem. The words are: whatever is there on earth, either man made or takes birth, yearns to be whole. Parts keep moving to reach their goal. Rivers meet ocean, sunlight meets earth. Humans love and pray as one. The karma and deeds girth. Life should be synonymous to moving. Life should be synonymous to moving. As are the situations, so be the melody and singing. A sublime aura of serenity be there. A sublime aura of serenity be there. Remember, you are a human with your specific share. Remember, you are a human with your specific share. Life is sandy, has its own grace. Be determined. Don't let it be. Be positive, whatever be the case. Be positive, whatever be the case. What you do to others, what you do to others comes back to you. Serendipity always surrounds you. Just put your best foot forward and proceed. Just put your best foot forward and proceed. Wise efforts complete themselves with success and lead. Wise efforts complete themselves with success and lead. Flower attracts butterfly. Rain jollifies surrounding. Darkness lightens firefly. The wholeness of nature is astounding. The wholeness of nature is astounding. And with these words, I conclude. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Jerica. And what a lovely smile you have. Wow.
Thank you, Annette.
Beautiful, positive words.
Good,
We come to end my round, so I guess that means me. You all know me. I'm Annette Tarpley from the United States and Virginia. I've been doing poetry fervently for the last couple of years. Haven't written much through the years until now. So I first got into poetry. When I was in my youth as a child. My dad and brother died in a plane crash. I wrote a poem then. Have written very little over the years. Usually posthumously after somebody dies. But then I went through a demise of a marriage, and that got me back into poetry. So I have my ex-husband to thank for my passion, and for getting me back into it, because I really found it. Started the passion of poetry a year and a half. Well, it'll be 2 years at the very end of May, and we're almost at 20,000 members. And when I started the passion of poetry, I did so because I was on a site where some unkind things were said. And as a result, I decided I wanted to start a positive environment that where we could nurture each other and encourage each other, and where there would be no negativity. And I will kick people out for negativity. I just won't tolerate it. So there's no use in being mean or cruel to someone. The old adage, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. So that is why I created it. I like to find the good in people and believe there is good in everybody. So that is the premise of the Passion of Poetry. I didn't care if I had 50 people in my group. Somehow we have grown since then. And a lot of it has to do with my admin staff and the very people who are here today, who are very innovative and creative and really help me run it. And I am only a small portion of it. I'm not the Passion of Poetry. You all are. We're a family and we're a community. So, so recently, ugliness was said. And this is my I tend to lash out in my poetry, but it has a message which I hope that we can take in as far as judging people. And who are we to judge? Who are we to judge the fault of another? We may look at others with scrutiny. Why do we bother? Magnifying our own faults, magnifying others' faults while tripping over our own. Where do we draw the line? Is there a safety zone? Easy to point a finger as we neglect to look within. Polar opposites are truth and lies. In the midst, the line is thin. If someone has an allegation, show proof and back it up. Malicious rumors spread, contained within the liar's cup. If you choose from that cup to sip and partake, be wary of the aftermath. Your earth shall shatter and quake. Those finding joy in public humiliating are a sorry lot, inflating a weakened ego, an eagle course they have sought. They are nothing but true cowards, no backbone have they. Those that blindly follow eventually are dismayed. For the piper leads the naive on his path of deception, while he slanders and defames the innocent, the target of his destruction. So love and peace, and may we continue to build a community that is positive and thriving and encouraging each other. There's no room for politics in this community, and we all should have the same purpose, and that is to grow and to contribute to the literary world. And thank you for all your contributions and all that you do. And may we always keep positive. So next up, we have our second round, and we start with Lucky Stephen. You are up. Grace us with some of your poetry.
Thank you. I think this time I will change my pattern of poem and I will try to be a bit more loud. I think the first one went a bit housey. The title of this poem is aimed to inspire us to keep writing. I title it The Enchanted Kettle. Within the realms of our imagination lie a flowing fount of great delight. Its source linked to an enchanted kettle. Carved on its side reads, "Keep inking." Full access is gained via meditation. Words distinctively refine shed light. Illuminate dark and mental block wrestle. On its handle is written, "Keep evolving." Draw from it generously without cessation. A good drink give words wings for flight. Makes written verses evergreen settle. Don't compare self. In humility, keep musing. If its purity is soiled, it beds sad disillusion. It's your gifting to grant the blind true sight. Your voice in the literary ocean is your metal. Don't trade your mandate for fame or money or empty praise. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wonderful poem. Thank you so much, Stephen. Waheeda, if you would like to grace us with another piece of yours, that would be wonderful.
Thank you so much. And my next poem is Repine. See, rape, sexual abuse, molestation, this is universal. And I have written a very small poem, and I would like to recite this poem, Repine. Predators ready to hunt, perfectly camouflaged, stalking and ambushing his prey, ready to pounce and devour her innocence. Unable to comprehend his designs, she moves towards him, lost in a fancy world, unaware of her hunter. Now she lies, placid, tears streaming, her soul torn apart, wanting to scream, but her mouth dry, her body numbed. A boiling cauldron of humans, calling themselves civilized, but savage and wild, slave to their lust and desire. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A very important subject matter. I don't know how many of you know, but I used to be a forensic nurse examiner for 15 years. So I took care of many, many victims, hundreds of victims of sexual assault, domestic violence, and so forth, and children of all ages. So very near and dear to my heart. I've written a poem that was about rape done in first person. So everybody, when I posted it, I had put a disclaimer, this is not about me, it's fiction. Because everybody thought it was about me. But it's a very good, it's a very important subject matter and to bring light on it. Thank you so much for sharing it. And next, Richa, you are up next. I think I pronounced your name right now. If you want to share your next piece, that would be wonderful.
Yes, Annette. Okay, so since we are all dealing with heavyweight poetry today, I thought I'd just recite something dreamlike, something. It's nighttime here in Singapore, so just fits the mood here well. I hope you guys like it. This one recently got published in, not recently, I think this was the November issue, Open Door Poetry magazine. And the theme was While I Sleep. And I didn't want to write a poem on sleeping because I'm an insomniac. So I wrote one on stars. This one is called Stars and Spilled Ink. A longer dream is meant to stretch. It cannot tear. It cannot spill. The stars will shine till the darkness peaks. Even when their muses go to sleep, maybe made of shining sheets of stars, they may break and fall to the ground in dust to mix and never be found. While I sleep, the inky spill above my head, dark and still. My breath to reach the blots it holds, like twinkling stains in its many folds. In wisps, my air rises above to meet the stars in a forbidden love. While I am lulled to the lack of light, what burns inside is hot and white. Its nearness seems like an impossible far. This heat inside me from that burning star. While I sleep, I fear someone may steal my fire bright, my sky dark teal, stretched across the velvet night, a banner illusory and white, a promise of several burning stars, perhaps a lie from those that far. And while I sleep, they play these games of Ursa and Orion. Oh, such fanciful names. For all I know, their promises won't last. They burn to ground as night goes past. Thank you.
That was lovely. I love that. It's very nice. Very nice. to a fellow insomniac. So
Yeah.
maybe that's what I'll share a little later is my insomniac.
It helps
Poem.
poetry.
Yes,
Insomnia.
it does. Yes, it does. My mind's always going. Next up, we have the Honorable Williamsji. If you want to unmute yourself, dear sir, and share with us, please.
You are on mute. Annette, you are also on mute.
Williamsji, can you unmute yourself, please? You are up next. You need to unmute. Can you hear Williamsji? Can you unmute? We can't hear you. Can you message in the?
I think he is called. Yes.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes.
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 Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Thank you for your invite for the second round. And this is a very simple poem. Embrace love. I prefer always to use simple words. So here I am depicting a poem about love in a very simple way. On the first soft petals of creation, on the first soft petals of creation, one more sensual love drops in. On the first soft petals of creation, one more sensual love drops in. The noun, the verb, the creator. The noun, the verb, the creator. Human bodies are grammatical. All human bodies are grammatical. Another fulfillment replace meaning. Another fulfillment replace meaning. Breakdowns, trembled rhythms, breakdowns, trembled rhythms, mixed errors, troubled touch, mixed errors, troubled touch, love. What kind of feel is within you? Love. What kind of feel is within you? You carry too much along for long. You carry too much along for long. You desire to stay at home to heal. You desire to stay at home to heal. Let all others keep watching your beauty. Let all others keep watching your beauty. Love, are you my beloved mother? Love, are you my beloved mother? All are here to have next get together. All are here to have next get together. Let us hold your strong arms. Let us hold all strong arms to embrace love. On the first soft petals of creation, one more sensual love drops in. The noun, the verb, the creator. Human bodies are grammatical. Human bodies are grammatical. Another fulfillment replace meaning. Breakdowns, troubled rhythms, mixed errors, troubled touch. Love, what kind of feel is within you? Love, what kind of feel is within you? You carry too much along for long. You desire to stay at home to heal. You desire to stay at home to heal. Let all others keep watching your beauty. Let all others keep watching your beauty. Love, are you my beloved mother? Love, are you my beloved mother? All are here to have next get together. All are here to have next get together. Let us hold our strong arms to embrace love. That's it.
Thank you. It was beautifully written. Thank you, dear Williamsji. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to keep going because I want to get everybody in again through the rounds because the other session is going to start in about a half an hour. So next we have dear Helen, if you want to recite your poetry, please, for us.
Was it me?
Helen
Yes.
Sarita?
Yeah, okay. Okay, this is my next poem. The title is When the Right Time Will Be. My pen cries to utter what my heart silently murmurs. Would it cover what my thoughts wish to speak for? Would there be an ending of this abyss of distress that somehow would change to unity and happiness? Would be the writer's inks have enough power to transform the dusk into love and light vastness? Nothing impossible. That's the believers are standing for. Would be the little ink left in our pens show its own essence? Would be the calling of our passion be also a part of uniting nations? Can we speak out, not to bash, but access to peace? Why can't we pray for every race, culture, and belief? That we aren't here to fight, and towards each principle, we do have respect. That whenever we talk softly and not harshly, we can mellow down hatreds. That it is futile to use our fingers to point out others' faults and mistakes. Why are we so inclined to side with whom we stand for? It's time to look for the lives of our brethren and not to feed our hunger for power as we dwell on earth just temporarily. That whether we like it or not, we will leave this place bringing nothing and handling empty. Why we can't understand that we might be right and we might also be wrong. There are no sides from our sides which are completely bright and gloomy. There will always be a way to find our equilibrium. Why can't we go out and be an instrument for unity and oneness? For us to fight this apocalypse we are facing at the moment and will continue to be facing if we won't ask for wisdom and deep faith. My heart is yearning in ardent. How about yours? I firmly believe we can have our share, whatever our status in life. We may be rich or poor, as those people who are blind now can be a temple of love in the future. If we won't start it now, then when the right time will be. Love and sacrifice for once. The world is needing us. Show your talent not only in a contest, but in a context of unselfishness. Let us be a source of love in the form of art our one God has bestowed upon us. Thank you.
Thank you. So deep always, deep and emotive. And going from one deep person to another, we're going to go to the lovely Zan. You are up next, my dear.
Hello again. Let's see, I was a little heavy last time, so I'm going to lighten it up this time. This poem is called Reflection. I am the whole spectrum, a refined vessel of light, a colorful reflection of everything good. I am utterly pleased with who I am. My skin is a combination of my daddy's Louisiana chocolate and my mother's Mississippi red. Call me caramel frappuccino, no whip. My hips are fittingly curved like a country road winding along the river. My breasts, though not majestic, are suitable foothills. I'm good with that. My butt is not apple bottom round, but what does that matter? It is not about my body. It's about my essence. Respect what's inside my head. Well read, bursting with kind thoughts, and full of dreams. Faithfully loyal, I am a rich gumbo of love and poetry, a roux with the perfect hue, ready to be served. Hot. I'm ready to touch the world. Thank you.
Love that. Yes. In all of our imperfections, we're perfect, right? No matter what we are, shape, size, whatever. It's all good. Love the way you and Helen, and there's so many of you that just, Gita and all of you just write from the heart and just kind of pour it out there. So beautiful poetry. Next we have dear Bernadette. If you would like to unmute and share with us again, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you. So this poem is kind of a motivation to all. So it's entitled Hold On. Hold on when you feel alone. When you're at the midst of difficulties, feel the world abandoned you and no one inside to help you. Hold on. Hold on, hang in there, my fellow. Struggles will not last forever. Don't ever give up to win the race. Brave, God, hear you. Hold on. After the trials, there's victory. Don't waste your time crying. Twist bad situations in positive thinking. You can do it. Yes, you can. Hold on. Hold on. I know the test of life is not that easy, but believe in yourself. Be strong and courageous at the end of the rainbow. There's a pot of gold. Hold on. God will come to rescue you, bless you abundantly and unexpectedly. If you continue to fight the good fight, you will come to success in due time. Hold on, my brothers and sisters. Meditate and give yourself a break. Relax, smile, pursue your dreams, whatever it takes. God loves you dearly, will never forsake you. Hold on. There is hope. Thank you.
That was beautiful, very encouraging and empowering. Hold on, indeed. Very nice, very nice. Thank you for sharing that with us. Beautiful. Next up, we have the lovely Gita.
Thank you so much, Annette, for this opportunity again. Am I audible? So, being seeing so many amazing poems and poets today, so let's come to the point. Okay. This composition title is Seeing Unity in Versatility is Humanity. The embrace of one human to another human is humanity. The compassion in heart and mind with purity, regards, love, and respect for another entity, irrespective of the race, creed, color, and ethnicity. When one soul would recognize another soul as a divine entity after all, where is the pride? Where is the power? Time takes away everything. It's just an assigned time to fall from here. The realization of being insignificant against the vastness of the enormous potency which is proficient, we brought nothing when we came to this world. So nothing would be able, nothing we would be able to take with us while leaving the world at all. Having different amounts of pigments, having different amounts of pigments melanin, which pertains different colors to the skin, white, black, brown, or in between. How does that matter if the being is possessing a beautiful mind? Rather, these varieties of colors are for the rich versatility of the human beings. Like different flowers in the world's garden, with their unique beauty and sign, having a different thought and belief, having a different opinion and perspective, having a different way of practicing the religion, having a different habit and habitats, having a different concepts of spiritual act, having a different look and lifestyle, having a different background and profile, doesn't mean at all that those differences in humankind are unacceptable. Rather, they are the varieties of the personalities and thoughts and practices which rather enriches the world heritage. And humanity is all about accepting, appreciating, and embracing those differences. It is absolutely an essential aspect of international integration, a loving passion. It's the respect to the Almighty's created, blessed variations. Thank you so much, dear all.
Beautiful, dear Gita. Very lovely. Nice, nice. We've missed your poetry on Facebook. And next up, we have the lovely, beautiful Jill. I am echoing for some reason. Let's see, mute.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear
Everybody
me?
make sure. Yes, dear.
Can
You go
everybody hear
ahead.
Jill?
Yeah, you go
Was it,
ahead.
was it Helen?
Yeah.
Is it me or is it Helen? Am I on now, Annette?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for listening to me, and I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to everybody here. I love everybody so much. And this song is called Mother Nature. Okay? Here we go. When I climb the highest mountain and I dive into the deeper sea, there is a sizzling sun that's shining with a view that beckons me. And then I realize that heaven is right here on this very earth, with the magical mysteriousness of Mother Nature's worth. She spirals through her 4 seasons betwixt such boundless bewilderment, turning ebbing and flowing tides from her soul that's heaven sent. Though we look all the way to the skies up above, praying to the powers that be as she showers us with love. And the good Lord listens to our prayers each and every day as she guides our dear old Mother Nature to help us on our way. She is our savior from those storms far across the sea. And yes, they are all down to her amidst her melancholy mystery. But where there is rain clouds, a rainbow arcs that sky, brightening up the gloominess and making it all dry. And the good Lord listens to our prayers each and every day as she guides our dear old Mother Nature to help us on our way. So if and when your heart is sad and you are feeling oh so blue, just clamber up a high hill that isn't far from you, and then you will understand the beauty of my story, and you stand awe-inspired, taken in all Mother Nature's glory. And the good Lord listens to your prayers each and every day as he guides our dear old Mother Nature to help us on our way. So the good Lord listens to our prayers each and every day as he guides our dear old Mother Nature to help us on our way. Thank you.
Beautiful, Jill.
Thank you very much. That's
Beautiful.
it.
I do not think you'll ever be able to come to any of the open mics and not sing your lyrics, not sing for us. So
I'll try.
It'll
I
be
do enjoy
expected
it.
now. It'll be
Thank you.
expected.
Thank you very
Very
much.
nice. It's beautiful as always. Not only
Thank
the
you.
song with the words. And next
Thank you very
up
much.
we have Sir Dennis. You are up.
So, Jill, another amazing rendition. I felt like everybody should be clapping. Just one of those beats. I loved it. So, Jill, great job. All right, my next poem, or my final poem, is going to be "Today Doesn't Promise Tomorrow." Today doesn't promise tomorrow. There is no guarantee. So live your life each moment, for in each moment there's certainty. We've been placed here to find our way and to live for all we're worth, but it can change so suddenly as our fate embarks on birth. Our days are always numbered, and each of us has a time to make our mark upon this world before our sun forgets to shine. Our world is full of beauty, and it's all right there to see. So grab on and hold it tightly, for it can fade like you and me. So cherish every breath you take, for the breaths you have today. And may each breath you take be full before that breath gets pulled away. Thank you.
That was beautiful, Dennis. As in all of your poetry is marvelous.
That's awesome.
I'm a Dennis fan, you know that. I'm on Team Dennis. So next we have Amrita. If you would like to unmute yourself, dear.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Okay, this poem is a adult nursery rhyme. It's short and it can be funny, or it might have something more than that. So it's called "To All the Worthy Crazies," and it got published in Alien Bandana, the Alien Buddha. I'm sorry, I get mixed up a lot. So quick recount, it's poetry time. Let's do a simple nursery rhyme. Count some crazies one by one. When minds get lazy, it's time for fun. Democracy, not so easy. Theocracy, much too busy. Bureaucracy, very lazy. Aristocracy, hypocrisy. Plutocracy, pretty sleazy. Leading to nepotism and hegemony. Now that I am getting dizzy, how about a meritocracy? Isms, now let's do them all. It's sure to be such a merry ball. Watch the dancers switch and flick, make merry mergers, but still so weak. Capitalism needs its cronies. Socialism, too stark and bony. Fascism was proven loony. Marxism is lacking honey. So what you get out of the isms? Animalistic nihilism. Let's organize a wedding, marriage of social capitalism. I'm not done for still on the marquee, still kind of hanging some ancient archies. Monarchy says, my throne only. Anarchy for the lonely, lost, hurt, and lonely. Oligarchy, ahem, getting tired. Make room, sirs, for younger ones you've sired. And so silly willy it goes on in a circle, round and round, fresh evils daily, willy-nilly, circumscribing the profound. Thank you.
That was brilliant. I loved it. Yes.
I have a funny side once upon a time, I think.
And that took a lot of thought, That wasn't done in 5 minutes.
Disgusted with the ways of the world, I guess that's.
It was marvelous. I loved it.
Thank you.
So next we have Shayla. I mispronounce names all the time. I probably pronounce these names different every time, and I apologize. But if you want to unmute your beautiful self and Vaishali Andraskar, there you are. There's your beautiful
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have a simple poem right now. It's like about the small things in life. So I start straight away with my poem. Introduction already I have given, right? It's actually this poem is published in one of the anthologies, Elixir of Words. If you can see it because of background, okay. And I'm reading it from here. The mesmerizing dance of the lilies, with the gentle whoosh of winds, the accentuated colors on earth, with the light drizzling, the gleeful rustling of plant leaves as the sky turned grey, the pitter patter sound of raindrops on the sand and clay, the soft lightning and the light thunder, creating music upbeat, the earthy scent spread in the air, appending the treat. As I witnessed the drama from my window, immense joy filled my heart. That instant, I realized how blinded I had been to overlook nature's performing art. Later in the day, as I sat in the balcony with family sipping coffee, their wonder filled eyes watching sunset made me smile with glee. I took a deep breath and appreciated the moment's pristine beauty and reiterated in my mind, yes, these small things are important to me. Thank you.
Very lovely. Bravo. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Ashraf, you are up next, dear sir.
Thank you so much, dear, for giving me the chance to for again reciting my second poem, Eternal Love in the Port of Peace. When I remember you with my feelings hearty, shines the spiritual light through window of sky, blows the storm over just because of sacred pain. Sleepless night finds moonlight moments so softy. Cold bird breaks down the shame of light, takes out depressed song, shaking heart smell alone. Rainy spring opens sorrow's letter, none named but bright. Tired bird is flying with rainy wings, carrying high emotion. Infected sin is blowing over soul, dark and thirsty. Already turned off the light in the heart, full of beauty. I become delighted, like eternal love in the port of peace. Even call me back. The burning agony is a stony peace. Thank you so much.
That was very beautifully written. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you're here with us.
Thank you.
Next, dear Ekta, we are going to go to you next. Please share your beautiful work.
Thank you. Thank you once again, Annette. And this time, my poem is about a very beautiful relation, which is parents. It is a beautiful relationship. So I have written a very simple poem on it. And the poem is like this: It is a blessing to be a parent, a chance to live up to, a dream to realize. Living your life once again is like the soil after the rain, passing through all the phases of life, by someone who is a part of you, with certain similarities and some things so new. You become so happy to see your resemblance, your style, or some of your habit. You feel so delightful, content, and ecstatic. The first cry, the innocent smile, the soft giggle, the unexpected word, the first step makes your universe revolve around the little word. You both try to search your reflection in that child. You are loaded with responsibilities, yet you feel revived. You love to be lost in that little life, cuddling your world in your arms and seeing him thrive. Cuddling your world in your arms and seeing him thrive. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was beautiful, just as you are, my dear. Thank you so much. So I'm going to actually, one of my favorite things to do is write fiction. I love to write fiction and stories. And I have two poems that I have written that I want to turn into children's books, and this is one of them. Last weekend, my grandson helped me with another poem, and we rewrote it, and that will be coming out. And I'm going to make him the co-author. He's going to be on the front cover at 8 years old. He's going to be the co-author. I'm so excited. This is another one we have to work on yet, but it's called, this is the non-children's version. And this title was given me by Diraj Seth, who is one of the admins. It's supposed to be about me. It's a sleepless queen. So, and I already have some of the illustrations for this one. So, the sleepless queen. There once was a queen who ruled her kingdom with passion. Sleep eluded her. Tenacious and tireless was her fashion. She sought to create a kingdom with understanding and love. To her men and ladies in waiting, their queen was their beloved. To create such a kingdom required immense attention and care. She handpicked her council. They were stellar. She did not want to share. Yet at times she suffered from insomnia with such horrendous fatigue. Desperate for an answer, she gathered her counsel for her needs. She said, "My dearly beloved, I cannot keep going on like this. If this continues, it could be fatal, and you, my dears, I shall miss. I beg of all of you to help your queen and find the proper potion. Go far and wide, but be discreet and do not cause a commotion. The prize shall be the winner ruling with me this kingdom of mine. Together we will create the perfect atmosphere. It will be so divine." The day finally came for the testing of potions, and all were excited. Only her counsel was allowed, rejecting all who were uninvited. Each night she would try a new potion, but all had ultimately failed. One day, a mysterious caller came with the potion, his secrets unveiled. A little leery, she tried the potion that evening. She finally slept. She called the mysterious person to her and asked, "Have we met?" "No, my lady," he answered, "but I do seek out your love and approval." She gasped at his forwardness. He said, "Hear me out before my removal. You see, my lady, there's nothing in this potion, only plain and pure water. I poured it in with all my love." The queen gasped and began to falter. He caught her and carried her and gently sat her down on a seat. That was the beginning of their love affair. He was the secret to her sleep. So that is the my little fairy tale, ending a little lighthearted. So I want you to know how much I appreciate you all for coming and how wonderful it was hearing your poetry and sharing all of your beautiful works. Just briefly, because I got to hop over to the other session, I want to tell you all also that our poetry website that we have created, Popstar Poetry, is kind of in the midst of undergoing a new change in the facelift. We were having some issues, so I'm having to recreate it. But once that is up and running, along with other people I need to publish, I want to publish everybody that was here today and what you shared. So I will send out my email if you could send in your poetry, and then later on, when everything's up and running, we'll publish your poetry on the site. So you can unmute yourself and say goodbye to everybody. And thank you so much. You all are what makes poetry beautiful.
Thank you so much, Annette.
Thank you. This was
Thank
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Good night. Love you.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, Zen.
Love
Stay
and
safe,
blessings
everyone.
to you
Thank you.
all.
Yeah.
I love
Keep
you.
safe.
Singing, Jill.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you so much, Annette.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Yeah, bye, Helen. Bye. Bye, everyone.